This is crazy right here.
Hey, yo, Ash, you crazy for this one?
Hey, this is Quayla.
This is DJ Nicholas, Gospel Radio artist from Kingston, Jamaica.
You are listening to my boy Red with the RH3 show.
And you're listening to the RH3 show. Keep it locked. Yo!
I know I gotta bring them down, bring them cause they call it to switch. Go ahead, cause I know I gotta give it up. If anybody wanna come and praise the Lord.
My old status that's from sinner to saint. As winners we can't live by the picture they paint, because they know they own the inner retain. So we must live our lives.
What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Red, host of the RH3 show. It's a great day here for you all and for me. All right, we're gonna get the show started. All right, we're going to get the show started. I will tell y'all this, that the second half of this broadcast is going to be a best of. I have a whole lot to do today. Have a whole lot to do this weekend. And I gotta get it done today. Excuse me. Sunday ends a new class for me, and I'm gonna try to get that done by tonight or tomorrow, so I can have everything submitted by Friday, and just chill by the weekend. Cause I don't want to have nothing else to do after I get through doing what the other stuff I need to be doing. But anyway. Y'all know I usually ask you all how you all are doing during the second break. But how are y'all doing? Let me know. Chat with me. I chat with everybody on my Facebook page. Facebook.com/The RH3 Show. Or just go on Facebook and search The RH3 Show. Right? How about that? You ready for it? You ready for today's show, huh? Huh? You ready, huh? Let's get it started, alright? Let's get it started. Today we are going to be discussing about family. Family, and the meaning of family, unity, just the bond of family. And I want to ask you a question. I've been losing track of the people poll questions, and we're just going to get another one started, all right? So it's not going to be a people poll question. It's going to be something that I'm going to ask you, and I want you to comment on it, be it if it's on the Facebook page, be it if it's on the my flagship station's Facebook page, which y'all can go to my website and see that, or be it on my personal page, or if it's on Instagram or whatever. I'm going to ask y'all this. What are some of your rules for your family? Be it is your family household, you and your children, or your immediate family, be it your brothers, sisters, whatever. What is that one thing that y'all have? What's that one thing that y'all have? What is you asking, Red? Give me an example. Okay, for an instance, just like since we're talking about family or whatever, the royal family, being that the royal wedding is coming up on the 19th, which is Saturday, on the 19th, and they have that can't nobody eat at the dinner table until the queen gets there. That's one of their rules. Another one, the queen has to walk in front of you. That's a rule. What are some traditions that you and your family do? Be it let's put it like that. What are some traditions that you and your family do? Right? I'm gonna tell y'all ups and downs. Be transparent with you all. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna discuss, and then I have one Ask Red letter for you, and then probably about mid-show, we're gonna go into. Speaking of family, I'm going to have my niece back on the show. I'm going to replay her interview later on in the broadcast and, just do some other things. But until then, hold on tight. Get right into everything coming up here on the RH3 Show. For more about me or the broadcast, you can visit my website at therh3show.com, or you can go to the Facebook page, facebook.com/the RH3 Show. I'll be back in a moment, all right? See you in a bit.
This is Marnita from The Marnita Show with Parenting Points. Create nighttime routines. Putting the kids to bed can be a task. With nighttime routines, it simply becomes a formality. Assign a specific time for bed, no exceptions. 30 minutes prior to that time, give your children a gentle warning. This will cause them to mentally prepare for it. At 15 minutes prior, alert them again. At bedtime, start the process. Okay, who's brushing their teeth first? Have an easy prep routine that you follow so they'll know what to expect and what to do. Then grab Blanky and find Teddy and head to bed. Say your prayers, give big hugs and kisses, and end with a bedtime story. Tuck the little blessings in. Lights out. Now go have a latte. It's me time. For more parenting, tune in every week to The Marnita Show, right here on your favorite radio station.
Are you looking for an experienced and passionate video production company that values your time and resources? Then look no further. 1301 Productions specializes in creative promotional concepts that promote your product, brand, or service. Our main goal is that we can help you reach your existing clients as well as potential clients successfully. Call today to set up your free estimate. 1301 Productions, creative concepts for creative clients. For more information about 1301 Productions, give them a call at 424-835-1301.
What I just told you, that's how I felt. That's how I felt. If I wanted to say that, I would have wrote it. I said what I said. You don't like it, you don't like it.
It's the Real Talk with Red segment right here on the RH3 Show. All right, you all, I am back. We're going to do some things, some shifting around, all right? We're going to do some shifting around, so I'm going to go ahead with the Real Talk with Red discussion right now. Then I'm going to follow up with the letter. Then the last two things is going to be my niece interview. Then Gospel News with Nina. Alright? Is that cool with you all? So I'm gonna get all the logistics out first, and then the last maybe 2 or 3 segments, the last 2 or 3 breaks are going to be best ofs, meaning that they're going to be previously recorded or whatever. It may be a little small Ask Red letters. You may want to listen to that. Just listen to the whole broadcast, y'all. Just don't listen to me while I'm live or whatever. Just listen to the whole broadcast. And I want you all to share. I want you all to also share this. I'm about to put up a, or did I put it up already? I think I put it up already. I'm going to repost a picture that I posted. It's a request. This is for, not really a request, but I'm trying to get a person on the show as a guest for, who's into fashion or whatever, and, just to talk about your fashion sense and talk about, give some tips to the ladies and get some, and I want her to do her research, get some top 5 things, essential things for the summer and whatever, and, trying to get the ladies ready for the summer, and men too or whatever, and children as well. So just get the entire family ready and built for the summer. So if you are, or you know that person, email me at rh3show@gmail.com, rh3show@gmail.com. Always remember that everything on the RH3 Show is on a volunteer basis, and you're not being compensated, so you're just coming on the show to provide information to assist and help someone. We haven't gotten to the point to where donations are received in. So being that said, if you would like to donate or help or to support the RH3 Show financially, you can do that by using the Cash App at @RH3 Show, or PayPal using the email address rh3show@gmail.com. We would love to to get that and help push the RH3 Show on and help get great people in here. But we also do budget, meaning that the budget and the finances or whatever going to go to the areas that's needed the most. So, hey, maybe we needed to, get a better headset, which I do, because I just sat on it. Was on my seat the other day when I came in here to just do some work. Sat on it, broke one of the things, so I'm in need of I was gonna get a new mic anyway, a new mic and I forgot one of those shields called, but a mic and a shield, and so I was gonna do that anyway, but now it's holding on, but anything else, any wrong move is gonna break. But yeah, so do that if you want to support it financially. PayPal, rh3show@gmail.com. Cash App, # RH3 Show, or hey, inbox me and say, Red, how can I send you something tangible in the mail? And I'll do that, and I'll give you my mailing, the show's mailing address. So just inbox me on Facebook, facebook.com/the RH3 Show, or inbox me on other social media platforms at the RH3 Show. All right. So yeah. And getting ready to jump in on today's Real Talk with Red discussion. And it's going to be all about family. And y'all seen my post earlier on today where I'm going to be slicing and dicing, and we're just going to be cutting all over the place. We're going to be cutting all over the place, meaning that, hey, we're going to get it in some, and some people might be mad at me, some people might not, but hey, it is what it is. But, reason why we're talking about family, because family is good. Family is good. Don't get me wrong. Family is good. Family can be a headache. Family can be a heartache. Family can, keep you balled on your knees praying. But you know what? In all honesty, and what it boils down to, you all, family is everything. Family is every single thing. And I may be blessed out for even saying this next line, but, and y'all hear it all the time, so it's no surprise. If you're not my mother, you're not my brother, you're not my sisters, you're not my nieces, my nephews, and my first aunts, uncles, and cousins, my first cousins, and my mother's siblings, or my father's siblings and their children. Look, my first priority goes to my brothers and my sisters. My one brother and my 4 sisters. My first priority goes to them. Well, back that up to my parents, but God rest my father's soul. And, I show respect to my sister's father as well. Once I see them, hey, it's all respect or whatever. Because if my father was here, I would want them to do the same. But first head, my mother. Second, to my brother and my brothers and my sisters. My brother and my sisters. Y'all, if y'all friend-wise, please don't get me wrong when I'm talking about this, but I'm talking about blood, physical blood. Then after them, it'll be my nieces and nephews and my son or whatever. After them is my aunts, uncles, and my first cousins. After that, hey, look, you got beef with them, hey, I'm sorry, you got beef with me, but they can tell you, all my siblings and my nieces, all 17, even the ones that can't talk. Even the ones that can't talk know that Red is cut from a different cloth from the rest of them. And I'm not saying I'm better, which I'm not, because we all one big unity. But they can tell you that I try to diffuse situations, and I try to diffuse arguments. I try to diffuse disputes before it get even bigger. I try to even, come together as a family before things get out of hand. I try to do that. And I try to, if we have a disagreement amongst each other, hey, wait a minute. Let's get this right. Some people may get mad at me for a while, then I just say, okay, it's fine. You can get mad at me. I'm sorry. But I'm going to say what I have to say and keep it moving. We can't be acting like this. We are a family. And so, hey, trust and believe, us Whites and Hobsons is not It's not perfect. Everybody have problems. I know that for a fact. Everybody have problems, and we have our problems too. And I'm not going to sit out and say, and I'm not going to be the one to sit here and say that we don't, because we do. I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm going to dismiss these, these arguments or whatever, and disputes and disagreements, because they're going to happen. They are most certainly going to happen. But when you can be a mediator and hear both sides and try everybody, look, let's come to a agreement, to a common ground, and diffuse this. What can we do to get it, settled down? What can we do to get past all of this? Because it's look. We don't got too much time left here anyway, to be honest with you. To be perfectly honest with you, whether you're going to leave here tomorrow or whether you're going to leave here, when the Lord comes. We don't got much time here. So look, I'm trying to spend as much and as long as time as I can. Red, how you know much time we got? Because I know anything can happen. My sisters and them can tell you anything can happen. My supervisor and her daughter can tell you anything can happen at any moment. Not last year. What was last? In 2016. Let's go down the timeline. 2016, in the end of March, my supervisor and her daughter and her granddaughter was in a head-on collision. She almost went through the windshield. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. Well, no, that's not even the timeline. Way back around the year before Katrina, a little bit before Katrina happened, my sister and them was in a head-on collision. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. We could be gone in the blink of an eye, and just like that. But y'all, folks don't realize that if I don't have my siblings, and if I don't got my mother, and if I don't got my nieces and nephews, and my son or whatever, and those bond friends that keeps me, that holds me down just like they do, just like my siblings do, I really don't have nobody, and I can really say, some people can say church members or whatever, I can say that too, but I will not say all of them. I will not say all of them. If I was, I'm not gonna give names, but y'all know. If y'all go to Word of Life, y'all know, and I love each and I don't. It's not saying that I don't love. I love. And today during one of my sessions with my pastor trying to get this book done, we was talking about personalities, 4 types of personalities, and I believe I consider myself as phlegmatic, and I looked at the list, considered myself as phlegmatic, and considered myself as melancholy. I believe I had to look that up, and we you know what, y'all, that is a good topic. So we'll continue rolling on this, on next week. Speaking of next week, next Tuesday, gospel recording artist Charles Jenkins, and he's gonna be talking about, he's a pastor as well, that's what I was trying to say, but he's going to be on here Tuesday, and we're also going to be discussing, put that on the books, as talking about the 4 different types of personalities or whatever, and so you can learn about yourself and others. But anyway, I'd have lost my train of thought. But I was talking about the type of person that I was in, and y'all, I done lost train of thought. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the love. I love everybody, but it's just certain people that you love more, and there's certain people that it is that way. But anyway, that's just me. And if, like I said, if I don't have those group, hey, it is what it is. And and you have to be down for your family, and family has to have your back when you're going through things. Mentally, family has to have your back when you're going through things. Carnally, that means physical, fleshly. Family has to have your back. They have to. But family can do some downright dirty backstabbing. they could do some crazy stuff, and then you have to think like, man, where did all of this stuff come from? You know, I mean, who, huh? Seriously? And so we have to realize, we have to come to a realization that, you know, once the sun goes down and once it all boils down, got to get it right. You got to get it right. And I'm writing this sermon, y'all. It is about the title of it. I got to do what? And it that's the title. That is the title. I have to do what? With about 4 or 5 question marks at the end. Subtopic is, forgive me as I forgive you. It talks about forgiveness. So we got to, you know, no matter what folks do, say, or whatever, you know, when I say this statement, I don't mean it with an attitude, and you shouldn't say it with an attitude. But when it comes down forgiving folks, it's all about you. It's forgiving people is for you, not for them. Meaning that I need to forgive you in order to walk in peace. I need to forgive you so I can move on, and so I won't be upset and angry at you all the time. I need to forgive you because, you know, so I can give my love out to those who need it. Well, what's wrong with you? You coming here with an attitude. Why? And they have not done not one thing to me, because in the back of my mind, I'm upset because of what somebody out there did to me. But when I leave out there, I gotta come home. And who am I coming home to? My family. You can't do that. You can't do that. Yeah, family can be a booger. Family can be the most. They can. But what I'm trying to get to is, and I'm using this platform to, you know, shed light and to share things with you. Family can just do that. But when I'm out there and I'm pointing out into this window beside me, when I'm out there, 9 to 5 or whatever, and I'm speaking speaking for you all, and y'all listen and take this as something that could work for you. If when I'm out here for 9 to 5 or whatever I'm doing at the grocery store, somebody crossed me in the grocery store, hit my buggy or whatever, or you know, cut in line, cut in front of the line, cut me in front of the line at the grocery store, or give me the bird because I looked at them wrong. Look, I cannot carry that attitude from the grocery store or wherever back home. Well, what's wrong with you? Well, such and such. Wait a minute. Before you come in here, clear that out. We cannot have that in here. So, you know, whether you living with your children, whether you living with your mother, your father, your sister, whoever you living with, don't try to bring that stuff in your home that can effect, or that can, what's the word I'm thinking of? Don't bring it in your home that it can come on, y'all, help me with this word I'm trying to think of, that can be toxic. Well, that's not the specific word I was thinking of, but still, don't bring that so it could, you know, be toxic to your family, or it can, you know, can sour your family, or ruin or spoil what's going on. They could be throwing you a surprise party, but you coming home with an attitude. Nah. Change yourself. Like the song say, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Check yourself before you end up losing the people that's in your life every single day. Because trust and believe, it's no sin for somebody to leave you. Trust me, it's no sin. So don't get mad just because somebody walked out of your life. They getting tired of your foolishness. They getting tired of it. So just what I'm saying is, and this goes from everybody who's listening to me on Flagship Station, who listen to me on Google Play Music, Anchor.fm, Apple iTunes, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Overcast, YouTube, Facebook, our mobile app, it goes to anybody. Cut all that mess out and make sure we trying to get ourselves together so we can give the love that we want. We can give it to them. And maybe, well, I'm getting tired of doing that. What if I do that already? And I'm, singing tired of, look, let people, you got to let folks know how you feel without an attitude. Come to a common ground. Look, I'm trying my very best to work with you. And I'm coming to you out of love and appreciation, and know that I love and care for you. But know this, I am about tired of it. People is about tired of it. I'm about tired of it. And what I need for you to do, and what we need to do, is just look. Let's sit down. Let's see if we can work this out. If not, look, I'm gone. People know me that I'm a straight shooter. I say what it is, and I have to tell, look, please get yourself together and quit with running your mouth, and quit going here and there and everywhere. Just stop it before I be gone. And trust me, I ain't gonna say nothing. You're just gonna see it and feel it. I'm not gonna be mean and ugly, because if I say something, it's gonna be wrong. But what you will do is notice that my presence is not gonna be there. If you call me, Red, hey, I need some help. Can you come help me? I probably will be there, because that's the type of person I am. But I will not do is do it voluntarily. That's after we exhausted all areas of making our relationship work. Be it if your relationship is with your mother, be it if your relationship is with your father, sister, brother, cousins, aunt, uncle, whatever. I'm gonna do whatever I can to exhaust all resources to making our bond and relationship work. If not, I'm out. And only way I'll come back is if you need me. Other than that, I'm not going to stick my head out for you to bite it or hurt it again. So what we all need to be doing, so I'm going to quit saying you, what we all need to be doing is to cut our mess and our foolishness out and be there for one another, and quit getting upset and angry over the least little bit of stuff. That goes for you, me. Trust me. I know for me, because I'm working on me. I told y'all this Tuesday. I'm not perfect. We all not perfect. But I'm still working on who I am, and I'm still working on where I need to go. And so, with all that being said, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back, and I'm going to bust this letter wide open, and I need your help to give me your advice on it. So once you hear me discuss on it, make a post on my Facebook page, facebook.com/The R Street Show, and we're going to get that discussion popping. It is your boy Red, host of The R Street Show, and I'm going to be back with the Ask Red Letter segment in just a moment. Keep it where you got it, baby. If you're not tuning into the RH3 Show weekly, here's what you've missed. Fellas, you can prevent, unintended pregnancy also. Wrap it all the way up. Wrap it up, fellas. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. That's all. Wrap it up. And like I don't want to be too nasty and vulgar, but hey, like the secular world and those out there who's not saved, if you got a strong pull-out game, hey, do it. Before you, hey, I ain't gonna get too nasty with y'all. I'm gonna just keep it PG-13. But like I said in the beginning of this broadcast, this program, this episode is not suitable for some audience. Listener discretion is advised. So hey, your pull-out game got to be strong. But still, even so, to not even that, make sure you wrap it up, fella. Come on, y'all. Come on, be real with me. Use protection or don't even have it at all. But if you're married, it is part of that. So Best thing is both of y'all use protection or whatever. Come on, y'all, join me every Tuesday and Thursday from 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on WPOP Radio or anytime on Google Play Music, Anchor.fm, Apple's Podcast, or Pocket Cast podcast platforms. Know that I love you for real, and always remember to live every day, laugh every moment, and love beyond words. You can also visit my website at therh3show.com. Got a problem? Need my help? Got a question that you need me to answer? Hit me up at askrh3@gmail.com. Next week on The RH3 Show. Each week on The RH3 Show, we got our song that reminds us where we've been.
Switch from the old man into the new man. We made a new.
We also have great news and topical discussions that pushes you forward. On Tuesday, we have pastor and gospel recording artist Charles Jenkins. He talks to us about his journey to becoming a recording artist, and he also talks about the Festival of Praise. On Thursday, we're dishing out with our inside scoop of the red news and the gospel news with Nina Taylor. The RH3 Show is all new this Tuesday and Thursday from 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For more about me or the broadcast, you can visit my website at therh3show.com.
My old standard that's from sinner to saint.
What I just told you, that's how I felt. That's how I felt. If I wanted to say that, I would have wrote it. I said what I said. You don't like it, you don't like it.
Need an advice? Got a question for me? Or you just need some help solving a problem? It is the Ask Red Letter segment right here on the RH3 Show. Alright, you guys, we are back for the Ask Red Letter segment of the RH3 Show. And like I told y'all from the beginning, if you're just not joining me, where is the gospel news with Nina? Well, she's going to come up next, and then we're going to have our, I'm going to replay my niece's interview from 2 weeks ago. You know, she's talking about bullying or whatever. So, since we've been talking about family, I got it right here in my face and I ain't even talk about it. Before I get into my letter, I'm going to say this. Y'all know I mentioned that about the royal family on Tuesday, and then on a little bit on today. What's his name? Which one is marrying Meghan? I know the girl's name, but I don't know if is I think it's Prince Harry. Him and Meghan Markle is getting married on Saturday, and so, you know, because he is part of the royal family, there are some things that you know, that have stipulations and rules and guidelines where they at, and so she gonna have to live by them, and anybody who lives there gonna have to live by them. So here's some few things that I picked out, you know, strict rules for the royal family, and I gave this week, I'm gonna have to remember to add it, and I'm gonna have, after I get off of here, I'm gonna gotta do what I gotta do, leave, bounce, whatever, and plan for next week's shows and whatever. But we're talking about I mentioned in the royal family, and this week's up until next Tuesday, and I'll give y'all a new people poll question then. But this week's people poll question is, what's your family tradition? And let me know. What's your family tradition? Do you have any set rules for your family? Whatever. Let me know. Alright? But some rules that I found funny and I found very interesting and inspiring. I'm going to go through these very quickly so I can get to our letter, and then Nina and my niece interview can come in. So, some rules of the royal family is, one of them is when the queen is done eating, everyone is done eating. I'm gonna have to argue with this, like, look, I'm hungry, you know, so I'm gonna have to chow down, and if she just take a little bite, I don't want this, and I'm not done and she's done, I'm gonna be hot. But when the queen is done, everyone is done. No PDA ever when traveling or in public. The devil is about 8 lies, and PDA is public display of affection. They can't hug, they can't kiss, they can't do whatever, all in public eye. No. Nope. They have to pack an all-black outfit when traveling. That's if you're going on about a week or so, that's to be expected. If not all black, what I always do is pack something a casually dressed or just a nice slack in a shirt and shoes and socks. You don't know what you have to go. You don't know who you have to go. You don't know who inviting you somewhere. If you go visiting a family for a week, pack something like a church outfit or not something, not a suit or whatever, but just pack some a pair of good pants and a shirt and dress shoes. Voila. Next one is no one is allowed to fly with another heir to the throne. And that's what I was trying to tell you all. That's the same thing about regular folks. We just average Joes. But look, no one is to fly with another heir to the throne. Look, everything is about being the heir to the throne, and it is as important as to one British family, and that comes with a lot of pressure and a lot of making backup plans to be in place. But there is a rule that members of the family cannot fly in the same plane as another heir, just as bad something happened. Go down. Well, that's smart, because if everybody dies, nobody else is left. So everybody, it only have to be one royal, you have to have one plane per royal family. So, that's smart. No gifts open on Christmas Day. I think I'm going to have to do this, and I'm going to have to, I may do this, and then I just may leave one, because I always said, look, Christmas is about the birth of the Savior. Well, that ain't his birthday. Well, hey, it is what it is. We celebrate. Oh, I'm going to club. This is my birthday weekend, but is it your birthday the day you celebrate? No. So Christmas Day is the day we celebrate the birth of Jesus. Is it his same exact birthday? No, it's not. It's just the day that we celebrate his birthday. Come on, y'all know what the intro said. Don't get that vibe, because I feel it. Well, who is he? Look, I said what I said. Come on. You cannot turn your back on the queen. You sure can't. You can't turn the back on me or my wife. Look, my wife is queen of my house. I'm the king of my house. I can't turn my back on her. My children cannot turn their back on her. Why? Because that goes to show and to say that the queen, she is like the housekeeper, the groundskeeper. She's like the project manager of the house. Look, you can't turn your back on somebody. Well, I'm out here doing what I'm doing out here at work. I can't come here and turn my back on her, who's been in here doing the same thing, probably even harder. You can't do that. You can't turn your back on the queen. You can't. So folks out there turning their back on you ladies, look, put them in check. Or tell them, look, meet me outside in the parking lot. Come on. There's a secret purse code. I didn't read this, but when the queen puts her purse on her right arm, that means she's ready for a current conversation. If she's having to be over and over and gives a signal of someone to come over, she politely whisk her away. But when she put her purse on the table during a meal, that means that the meal is officially over, according to her anyway, and everyone must be finished eating in 5 minutes or less. Imagine if we had all the superpower. Would they accept every gift that is given to them? Interesting. The queen husband must walk behind her. Of course. Look, I got her back. If the queen stands, everyone stands. A baby gender is to be kept secret until birth. I believe in that, and that's what I'm going to do. I might be, kept secret to me. I don't want to know. As many baby showers and births I've seen, I don't want to know my own child. I just want to be surprised. Seriously. Maybe she could know, or maybe me and her might know, or maybe just she knows. I want to be surprised on the day that the baby is born, and I want everybody else. You and her and her girlfriend, or her and her mother, or her and her sisters, or whatever. One person, look. If you want to know, honey, look, just pick one other person to share this joy in secret with you. Just do that, but don't tell me. I want to be surprised. Greeting the queen has its own strict requirements. Of course, approval must be given to marry. Look, that's common courtesy. That's Look, you're gonna have to get approval to marry my daughter. Seriously. All right, you all, let's get on to the question really quick because we are running behind and I'm burning up in this place here. So let's get this last question in. Again, y'all, comment on the Facebook page, facebook.com/the RH3 show. All right, let's go. My boyfriend and I have been together a year. We've been intimate, but haven't had sex yet. We've decided to wait a while, and now this weekend we're ready. The problem is I mentioned using a condom, and he said since we've been together this long, it isn't necessary. I said without proof of HIV status, we should use a condom, whether without proof or not. You know, look, first of all, you need to slow down anyway, boyfriend. Come on. He got really offended, said if he can't do it raw, he doesn't want it. He said since we've had oral sex without it, why use it now? He says it's mandatory that he get tested every 6 months at the VA. He's a former military and he is clean and that I should trust him. He said that if I think that way about him, that he's HIV positive, probably he's not. Then he also doesn't want it. I wasn't saying that he had it, just being safe. I feel pressure. What should I do? Leave. If he can't trust you, well, Red, how can you say that? Well, what if your daughter comes to you and say that? Is you going to continue to tell him, let that man run over her? No. If he can't respect your wishes as a boyfriend, he ain't going to respect your wishes as him being your husband. So bounce. Look, if that's the case, if y'all look, I'm not judging nobody. And I'm not sitting here. Look, it's I know it's folks out here. This day and age, everybody probably laying on their back. Everybody, not everybody, because I'm not. But there's folks out here probably laying on their back, and you know that's not, you know. Look, it's 2018, y'all. Come on, look, be real. It's folks that's laying out here on their back and just doing what, you know. Hey, but if you gonna do that, show papers. If you don't want that, bounce. Give you protection. If you don't want that, bounce. That's my opinion. What's your advice? What's your opinion? Hit me up. Facebook.com/the RH3 show. Alright, you guys, this is my exit out of here. Here's Nina Taylor with This Week in Gospel News, and then coming up is my niece's interview replayed for the rest of the broadcast. Keep it where you got it. To the RH3 show on next week. Y'all heard the promo. Pastor Charles Jenkins is coming, and then on next week we got, you know, great Real Talk with Red discussions, alright? We also going to talk about, I'm going to tell you, I just pulled up this week's topic. What did I say we were talking about next week? What was that? I'm going to have to listen to it on replay because I done forgot. See? I forgot. But I'll go back. We're going to talk about what I mentioned, and also we're going to talk about 7 signs to know, 7 ways your body is telling you that you're falling in love. So we're going to talk about that, and then we're going to talk about that other topic that I was talking on. One of those days, we're going to get both of them. All right? For more about me or the broadcast, you can visit my website at therh3show.com. You're going to hear that again, preferably at the end, or preferably not. But if not, know that I love you for real, and always remember to live every day, laugh every moment, and love beyond words. Nina, take it away. I'll see y'all on Tuesday.
No, I'm not a writer. Okay.
Want the latest news regarding the TV, movies, sports, politics, and music industry? It is time for the Inside Scoop with Red, right here on the RH3 show.
Wouldn't it be crazy? Would you still amaze me? Wouldn't it be crazy? Would you still amaze me? Wouldn't it be crazy? Would you still amaze me? If I find my way home, yeah.
Hi, Hi, I'm Nina Taylor, and here is your gospel news. Whether he's backing up an ensemble vocally or producing or writing for his group Spoken For, Jason Bethel, leader of the group Jason Bethel and Spoken For, the Detroit-based singer and songwriter whose first release was entitled All In 2014 and consisted of the song I Got a Praise in Me, also featuring Sunday Best winner Tasha Page Lockhart. In 2017, he released another single entitled Spoken For, which is a song that will touch your heart, mind, and spirit. Growing up in a church and the son of a pastor, he was the church's music director by the age of 12. He's a keyboardist and, of course, a songwriter. He attended Tiffin University, where he assisted in forming the school's first gospel choir. Jason Bethel has written songs for Dee Dee Bridgewater, Jennifer Holliday, and has opened for Take 6, and is currently the Minister of Music at the Word of Life Christian Center in Detroit, Michigan. How is the standard of living for African Americans in 2018? While we have more spending power than ever before, more education, and more economic freedom, the annual median income for African American households is only $36,000, far lower than the national average of $55,000. White households earn an average of $71,000, while Asian American households earn around $77,000. More than 1 in 4, 26.2% African Americans live below the poverty line compared to the overall poverty rate of 14.8%. Nearly 2 in 5, 38% of black children live in poverty compared to 22% of all children in the U.S. Among all communities of color, African American workers have the highest unemployment rate. As of January 2018, the African American unemployment rate was 7.7%, nearly twice the national average of unemployment rate of 4.9%. By comparison, unemployment rates stand at 5% for Hispanic workers, 3.5% for white workers, and 3% for Asian American workers. Here's a top 10 list of the wealthiest black communities in the United States. Number 10, Uniondale, New York, with an average income of $76,000. Number 9, Hillcrest, New York. Number 8, Friendly, Maryland. Number 7, Woodmore, Maryland. Number 6, Kettering, Maryland. Number 5, Fort Washington, Maryland. Number 4, Mitchellville, Maryland. Number 3, Lauder Heights, California. Number 2, Baldwin Hills, California, which is known as the Black Beverly Hills, with an average family income of $157,000. And number 1, View Park, Windsor, California, with an average family income of $159,168. This upscale Los Angeles area is known as one of the wealthiest African American communities in America. It currently has the largest black population in Los Angeles. The annual family income is roughly between $87,000 and $159,000. Here's a list of the wealthiest people of color in the world. Number 8, Michael Jordan. He's 54 years old now. He made $90 million as a basketball player in the NBA. His estimated worth now is $1.6 billion. Number 6, she's 44-year-old Isabel dos Santos, the president of Angola. Her net worth is $2.7 billion. Number 5, America's own Oprah Winfrey, 63 years old. She's the only African-American woman to make this list. Her net worth now is $2.8 billion. Number 2, Mohammed Hussein Al-Amoudi. His net worth is $10.8 billion. And the number 1, the wealthiest man of color in the world is from Africa. His name is Nigerian Aliko Dangote. He's 60 years old and the president and CEO of Dangote Group. He made his fortune mostly on the Nigerian Stock Exchange. His net worth is $13.8 billion. Here's your Billboard Top 10 Songs list in the country. Number 10, Brian Courtney Wilson, A Great Work. Number 9, Ernest Pugh, Survive. Number 8, Jonathan McReynolds, Not Lucky, I'm Loved. 7, Tamala Mann, Through It All. Number 6, J.J. Harrison and Youthful Praise, No Reason to Fear. Number 5, Jermaine Dolly, Serve. 4, Jacqueline Carr, You Will Win. Number 3, Corin Hawthorne, Won't He Do It. Number 2, B.B. Winans with He Promised Me. And number 1 for 3 weeks, Todd Delaney with Your Great Name. Well, that's your Billboard Top 10 list in the country, your list of the wealthiest people of color in the world, your list of the wealthiest African American communities, and your gospel news. I'm Nina Taylor. Let's get back to more great gospel music on this great station.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back.
We're back and we got our special guest on the phone. And like I said from the beginning, you all, we are talking about a touchy topic, but it needs to be talked on. And well, not really recently, because I've dealt with it. Some other people dealt with it, and it is the topic of bullying. So, and I gave y'all a prerequisite or whatever in the beginning. And so right now we have a special guest on the phone. My dear niece, I love her dearly, and she, wanted to share her story of, bullying, because some recent things has been happening, especially online, and she wanted to talk about it and share it and let her know, let you all know, the listeners on my flagship station, as well as the podcast, whether you listening on Google Play, iTunes, or whatever. She wanted to discuss it and talk about it and tell y'all what's going on with her and what's to come and all of that. So let's welcome my niece Ziyadah on the show. Welcome to the RH3 show, Ziyadah.
Welcome.
How you doing?
I'm good.
You ain't nervous, are you?
No.
Huh?
No, I'm not.
Okay. So, like I was saying, and I want you to, we got what we do on the show. I whatever the person come in and talk about the topic, and then we have a little fun. But this is not your average talk show or radio program. So just loosen up and just enjoy the ride with us. All right. Okay, so like I was saying, we were talking about bullying, and so share with, let the viewers know, let the listeners know who you are, and first of all, let them know who you are, how old you are. Don't tell them your school, because I don't want people to know where you're at or whatever, but eventually they might know. But right now, I don't want them to know where you're at. Just tell them your name, your first name, your age, and what you got going.
My name is Ziyadah Jackson, and I'm 18 years of age, and I'm a senior in high school. And I'm going to talk about my story now. I've been bullied since elementary about my left eye. And I had surgery in my left eye when I was a baby. I had to have 2 surgeries because my retina did not attach, and now I have a hook in it that's pulling my eye permanently to the left, and people don't know that, so they talk about me. So I was talked about all up until middle school of 8th grade, then it died down, and then until recently it came back up on social media, which is cyberbullying. And the way I handle it by just resharing it and just praying for them and just speaking positive to them.
Okay, with this cyberbullying and all that you're dealing with, what let's go back. You said it started in elementary school, and I know as you get older, it's almost the same, but sometimes it get worse. How did this? I mean, what were they doing whenever? Because when I say we're going to share this, we're going to share it and let other people of many ages hear this. What would how were you dealing with bullying in as a young child?
As a young child, I didn't deal with bullying. I would just sit and cry and be like, I want to just change my eye, I want surgery. And I would just go and I would say, every time we would be at a new school, I would say, can I just go on the intercom and just announce that I had surgery in my eye and I'm not cross-eyed or cockeyed? Mm-hmm. But I wasn't able to do that, and I was like, well, I'll just be picked on and I won't say nothing until I have to stand up for myself. And eventually I stood up for myself, but it wasn't like a big stand-up. Mm-hmm. So that was what happened in elementary school. Mm-hmm. In middle school, people used to talk about me, but they didn't talk about me to my face. They'd talk about it amongst one another, and my brother would come back and tell me. Mm-hmm. And I didn't do nothing then.
What did you have to deal with it in high school?
In in high school, I didn't have to deal with it until recently. Well, it wasn't in high school, so no, I didn't have to deal with it in high school.
Okay, we'll talk about the cyberbullying part in just a minute. But you all, some of it I knew and some of it I didn't know with being her uncle. But, you know, because I'll share this with you all listeners. What you don't know is some folks that is dealing with bullying, and maybe you all have known about it or have seen it in news reports and news stories that how the way they deal with it. Some people deal with it tragically. Some people deal with it by shutting themselves in, and some people, is not fortunate enough, like Ziyadah and myself, to actually overcome it. And with me, I use music and television because I always love music and I always love watching different programs on TV, and I also dealt with it by writing. But you said you dealt with it by just shutting yourself in and crying about it, right?
Yes, sir.
As you, I'll say this: you're 18, and as you look back, do you think that would be a good thing to do, or you would suggest? Don't give them an advice right now, because I'll wait to the end of the show for you to tell them an advice. But would you think that that would be a good thing for them to do, is to shut it in or to tell somebody?
Tell somebody.
Okay, tell somebody.
Shut it in, you're just gonna be stuck.
And it's gonna be within you, and it's gonna be hard for them. It's hard for you to get out because with you having a great support system with your mother and your sisters and your brother and your uncles and aunt and your grandmother and all of that, it's kind of good to have that support. And I kind of feel that those that have dealt with it tragically, sometimes they probably won't have nobody to help cope with it. You didn't mention it, but she has a twin sister. How did your y'all were born prematurely? How did I'm gonna ask you two questions and you can answer it. Did your sister deal with it, and also how did she help you deal with it?
My sister, she don't like it, so she'll go off, and then she'll be like, "Dad, you need to call the police and tell the police and press charges." That's how she deal with it.
And so, did she have to deal with bullying, or did she deal with bullying in it herself?
Not that I know of. Mm-hmm. Well, it was maybe like one time, a couple times. So yeah, she had to deal with it too.
Yeah, that was it. Okay, and most we'll fast forward until a week ago. Your cyberbullying, how did that come about, and how did you get notified? And tell us, how was your initial response for that?
When I changed my profile picture on Facebook to the picture that it is now, which is me with my glasses off, and it shows the features in my face really good, which shows my eye really good. So I got that, and then somebody shared the picture and said crooked letter I, LOL. And my sister's friend told me about that. So I went and I shared it, and I just pray for him, and I prayed for him on Facebook because he embarrassed me publicly. I was going to show that you can approach it in different ways and killing yourself and things like that.
Right. And so in being a relative, your uncle, it's good that she has this mentality of not wanting to do something to herself, and also verbally letting letting us know that, you know, things have been going on. Plus, with the cyberbullying, it's public, so, you know, you see it. And, you know, she has a good support system of you know, I would say, quote, protectors or whatever to help her out and, you know, do all of that. But you taking a good turn with it of being humble and, you know, praying for them and you know, wishing, you know, especially God to bless them and God to, you know, keep them, and praying God's peace over them, because honestly, what the word saying is, do not touch my anointing or do my prophet no harm. They were saying about the prophet, but also, you know, we have to go back to what it says, that whatever the you know, the prophet get, or, you know, the head, it trickles down to us. So if you can't do your prophet no harm, you cannot do his people and, you know, people under him. So it is good that, you know, we got that protection, and then it's good that you have that hope and that great mindset of wanting to speak blessings over those people that's doing hurt and harm to you. But Ziyadah, I'm gonna put you on hold for a brief minute, and then we're gonna come back and then give you some, not really a question, but let you give some advice to the people during a special Ask Red segment. Y'all be back in a moment. Keep it where you got it.
K&B Improvement. No job too big or too small. Heaven knows we do it all. From carpet cleaning to house turnover, deep scrubbing, and more. Carpet restoration, we give you what you ask for. Reliable, reasonable, prices you can't beat. Let us serve you in all your cleaning needs, for we are dependable and neat. Call 301-379-5939. Kevin Best, www.kandbimprovement.com.
We are back for this special I need to get my stuff together. We are back for this special Ask Red letter. The first letter, not really letter, but we still got our guests on the phone. And, you know, the Ask Red letter is like giving advice to others, and, you know, from questions that they would submit to the show. And so since we're talking on bullying, I'll let Ziyadah give some advice to you all. But Ziyadah, what advice would you want to give those out there that's dealing with, you know, bullying, whether it be any form?
I would say find a support system, and if you can't find a support system, try finding love in yourself. And I don't know what religion you are, but I serve a mighty God, the God of all gods, and I'm Christian. So I find my faith and love in Him, and He will give me guidance to love myself. So I would just encourage y'all to continue trying to find a support system and stand up for yourself. Tell them that you can't bully me any longer. I'm not your child.
What is there anything that you have that you're working on, that you want to do, you know, dealing with this platform that you're on, is, you know, being that you're about to be a high school graduate, what is your plans for the future?
I've written a book, and right now I'm trying to get it published. So that's one project, and my second project is just getting the word out there and being bullied. So I would like, if you guys would be comfortable, I would like for you guys to support me, and I have a GoFundMe account, and you guys can email me at xoziyadahj@gmail.com if you have any questions or concerns, or if you guys want me to come speak for you, I'm all open for that. But that is what I have so far, and I'll be attending college, and I will be majoring in psychology.
Okay, we're going to play a little game, okay?
Okay.
All right, and this is called Think Fast, and you got to come up with the first answer that comes to the top of your head in the 7 questions. Okay. Let me do this prerequisite. It's just all getting the listeners and the viewers and myself to know a little bit more about Ziyadah. Okay. Your favorite drink?
Good soda.
Favorite TV show?
Married at First Sight.
Favorite food?
Hot wings.
Your favorite favorite subject in school?
Gym.
Let's see here. How many was that? 4? Let's see. What is another one? Your favorite color? Nude.
Yes.
Okay. Favorite car?
A Jeep.
And lastly, let's see here. Your favorite music artist?
Travis Green.
That's it. I love Travis Green. Do you want to say a prayer before we go?
Sure, I will.
Okay, you can go ahead.
Lord, I come to you right now, Father God, as humble as I know how, Father God, and I ask that you stretch forth your hand, Father God. Touch those that are being bullied or not even being bullied, Father God, that are going through, Father God. Lord, use them for the upbuilding of your kingdom, God. Lord, I thank you for what you have done in their life and what you're going to do in their life, Father God. God, I ask that you shift the atmosphere, Father God, and let them know that whatever they're going through, there will be victory in the end, Father God. Lord, let them know that whatever they're going through is a lesson for them or helping the next person that's in there with them, God. Lord, I thank you for keeping those that have bullied me, Father God, and blessing their life with perfect peace, Father God. Lord, order their steps and keep their mind. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Amen. All right, you guys. For more about Ziyadah, you can visit the website, therh3show.com. Her information will be on there. Her information will be on the Facebook page, including the GoFundMe page, her email, and also all that information will be on Instagram. All right? Know that I love you for real, and keep, hold on, we'll be back to close out today's broadcast. Thank you so much, Ziyadah, for being with us today. All right.
I'm gonna dance and there's no stopping me. Don't have a chance 'cause I got victory. So go ahead and praise him 'cause he's been so good. Give him all the glory like you know you should. Don't worry about them haters, they can't stop you if they could. So go ahead, get crazy, praise him like you. I know I gotta praise him now, praise him 'cause he called me to switch. Go ahead, 'cause I know I gotta give it up. If anybody wanna come and praise him, I gotta praise him now, praise him 'cause he called me to switch. Go ahead, 'cause I know I gotta give it up. If anybody wanna come and praise him, praise him 'cause he called me to switch. Praise him 'cause he called me to switch. Praise the Lord, praise the God, he called me to switch.
Peace party people, see you later.
'Cause I'm saying bye-bye.
Good night, good night.
The podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.